All right, Fambula Monache Unakabo going to Yad Rod the Ellis House day 141 Kabo. And you make no say we there to study with the make una think them will be happen inside the KRIO culture. Today we get new people them way can see and to look inside two things them way KRIO man no they joke with. One, na then believe God, the religion. And then the second one we'll go look inside. And some of them eats them way. Sometimes you don't forget Kade, where the KRIO culture, the Muslim side, Christian side, when they cook, we can make plenty people on the way and go fet for bowl. Well, before we start tigi, we're going for bring me co-host inside, take Itel, Fambulem, Kushe, and Kabo. Ronnie, tell Fambulem, Kushe, and Kabo.
Fambulem Unaudo, welcome una to the Yad Rod show. Fambulem, big allegiance there, I can join you today. We then get for waka, we go round, and we go see true, who say this religion business pan KRIO day. Thank you, and una welcome again.
Okay, well, that's not only me all the way Boston, inside America, me all the way Canada. We big now the big boy now we all team, but we big, so now we always can up. But anyways, we get a big allegiance, like you say, where they can show us say this KRIO culture, they're not the one side. Then they are, smart than this too. They couldn't give no more because all side and they put an inside all thing. So for begin we talk today. So big tell Unu, but we allege them. And I'm going to introduce them. Then I say go tell we where they watch. They go tell we a little bit before we me go introduce. Now one we sister, not only sister, now possibly God call. It don't lead with plenty time. And when can open mouth for preaching, so I can just left my say, for saying so God give woman them sense in work. Well, if I'm introduced to now Reverend Eustacia. Reverend Eustacia, tell Fambul and Calf before going inside the program, better one. On mute. Before going inside the program, better one.
Fambul on a kushe.
On mute. Before going inside the program, better one.
Fambul on a kushe.
On mute that one where they near you, the other device where they near you. No, what they you? The one way, the other way they
All
use
right,
where
I
they
beg
listen from.
pardon.
Now you for mute.
And you know, say
Okay.
technology, not so when I BC before computer we been born. So I beg pardon. You dey hear me?
Yes. We hear you now. Go ahead.
You dey hear me, sir?
We hear you now. Go ahead. We hear
Okay.
you.
Well, family, I tell you na kushe, sir. I tell you na kushe and cabo
What you
to
get?
this. Yeah, the road.
What you get? If you
I tell you
get,
na kushe
what
and
way they
cabo.
now? If you get headphone,
Yeah,
you
the
can put
road.
on. What you get? If you get.
Somebody get something on way for
Get
Tom.
earphone so you go to listen because it come back. Yeah, the other I know it's not two devices they use. The other
Anybody
one
they use two
use
device for
headphone so that the
Tom.
sound will go out. All right, once they get yourself ready,
Okay, so
let
sir.
me go over them.
You dey hear me now, sir?
One man. Yes, okay. Yes, go ahead.
You know they hearing me?
Are they hearing you? They hearing me now?
You dey hearing me? I don't say you dey see me, but I don't know if you dey hearing me. So now that I'm there for project. All right. Yeah, I think say go to Alaji first. You will come back to me.
Okay.
Because I think say me computer they unbug me. La fix them.
All right, the next person first. Then why should they fix them? You go make it we know. Yes, well, family are not for introduce with the next and first, but you know, until Saturday far. So the family already near alone, don't forget the one already near we first. Vet go introduce and because
I think say you go to Alaji
first boy
first. You will
picking,
come
the
back to me
second.
because I dey try for
We
fix me
get
from laptop.
All right, okay, just mute and we will come to you. We get with Daddy. We say young. It's not the Islam's of the KRIO them. Na Daddy this culture more like we camp and the KRIO history. I go on for welcome. Where you go tell una adu kushe and cabo, then you go tell we lit but himself and what they do and usa ikomot na salon. Over to you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Family them, on the evening.
Yes, you clear.
Okay. Na kushe
Yes, sir.
on cabo. Mina Alaji Ibrahim. Actually born as Alaji Ibrahim Abdul Rahman Macaulay. For some reason, me daddy cut off the Macaulay. I don't know if you will feel safe aligned with the Muslims, so he cut off the Macaulay, but still a Macaulay. Anyway, me Alaji Ibrahim Rahman born inside. And I grew up most of my life. I grew up there, do my primary school, secondary school, college, before I left where I go England. Well, currently, me are the chairman of the masjid within New Jersey. Now, one of the biggest masjid where the Oku people them, although we don't incorporate other people into them, and they actually do a lot of stuff. If you not know, the Oku people then get two doctrines: culture and religion. So I will stop here so far, then we will continue as the program they go. Sali ala Muhammad.
Salam alaikum. Malaikum salam. Thank you so much, Alaji. Well, now, una don hear from a religious leader, and now power the global also way they lead we pan the Muslim area na global. KDU global, and the KRIO Descendants Union global. So now me family, I go welcome this other lady, this beautiful lady, where it is all the way Florida. Now the Eduma pa the Florida chapter with the KDU. Now Mrs. Yvette Bonogasti, a double barrel name he gets. Now we don't do so much things them for KDU, and he don't cover an area, he don't bring beaucoup people on board, and he continue for the raise the bar. He even get program self this December where by the time the program they go before, they go get for tell you about town. So me family we go welcome Mrs. Yvette Bonogasti, and Mami Yvette tell family how do know. Miss Yvette tell family how do know. Miss Yvette.
I think video don't pause for now, so just send a message, let go in and come out kind, right? We come.
Okay.
It look like it's
I don't
Yes,
come. I don't come back.
I tell we a little bit, but you still tell them a little bit.
Well, I think like he said, the devil is a
Go
liar.
ahead.
Because they one for can't talk, but God in business. Now that make all the video that they make funny. Una they hearing me? Una they hearing me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma. Go ahead.
yes.
Yes,
we hear you.
Okay, all
The
right.
devil is a liar.
You, there you.
Yes, that's what I said. The devil is a liar. But family them, I tell you now, all I do kushe kabo. Where would they inside this Lenten season where we go talk about later? Me na Reverend Eustacia King. Me na then King we come out here mutong. And me na good Creole girl, as Ronnie be say. Me self day pan this KDU global, but me chapter na Maryland because na they are day. And this Creole business here very important to me. And today we go rub much little bit for all how we Creole them now one word people them. Whether you na Aku Mohammediano, whether you na Nasara Christiano. So today na that's what we can talk about. So na me this let we talk.
Well, thank you so much, Reverend
All
Eustacia.
right, thank you.
Auntie Yvette today.
Yeah, you dey hear me?
Yes, ma. Tell family how do know.
Okay, sorry, until now, self know the technology not to we own age that one day. So I beg pardon. Me family they all una good afternoon. Una kabo, una kushe. I want tell me small brother them thank you, where them bring we can at this program Yad Rod. Now wonderful program this for introduce Creodom to the world. Also, I want tell me family they all where they watch from different parts of the world, within the United States here and abroad. My name na Yvette Omotunde Alongo Koka. Me na born Okutong Watalo Pikin. I gladly for join this program here so today. Una go dey hear for me more and more as the program they go on.
Thank you so much, Auntie Yvette.
All right. All right. Thank you, Auntie Yvette. And una all don't show say yes, indeed. Una sabi what make we call una today. Well, we want for go inside the program better one. But before we go inside the program better one, we cannot forget say this year, now the year for let all the Creole people them we don't they always battle one another for let we come together and see ourselves again. We call the global family reunion. And it therefore take place inside. Just one for me to know that first weekend inside September. Now so we can do them. You self want to KRIO, you can look around and look for the information. You can come. Like plenty of people they near Texas or where inside Texas. Nothing where can be go, you can find. Let you see where Prince they see Prince gone away. Now so we can do them. Then it's the way you know. I don't tell you it's day, then can day and plenty laddie that can day inside it. And also we get other events where they come where we all go like for see people and we get chance for can support. Like new chapter we made Canada yeah. We they come with your weekend 19, 20, and 21 of it the Friday. And this Saturday we get to be dinner and dance. And the song and we can do one boy, one pot. Now so we did. Well, then the next weekend, then get an for bringing and come somebody who can explain. So get the whole weekend we are listening at that day. Then you know Saturday, after we all long go gather. Now and before we go there, I think say not halfway now they we second but then say get their own lunch on sale then do like they say as time they go on they bring out they try for plenty together one pot. So we just play alone and see them. Then as you now know, they will come. Miss Yvette, where they are. Imagine waiting 5 years, can you then 5 years? You need 5 years, you get 5 years, into 5 years, but they can big. So don't forget what they say for no put in that in the program better one. Honey, over to you.
Yes, well, DJ Milo not talk almost everything, but we no go left for day because we get more thing there way we go get for remote span. Especially the how you know people like the cook and the kind food they all eat. All I know get for can get education per now. What the mommy go get for tell we, then go for explain tell we, and then go bring we come way back. No so come on. And so now no say all starts from slavery days. And all starts from slavery days. What the ship and the boats that they can't left for people and back because they return come back. So especially they want to come off far away place they wouldn't come. They can just pass through King Jimmy, Moab, Bay, all the way for them and they can just can't go up there. So my way then I the one who get here now. But what they can do survive. So that way they can try to survive. Then they go scheme to themselves, then they try for make sure say then they at peace. And you know so side peace there, they get forget the religious leaders, then they get for did They get for try for make sure say then talk small, but God then pray, then they do small things. So that makes sure we bring the people here. And we're not gonna pray no more, not get food for it. So I make we get the master. Some people there who can polish it. They go can really can't tell me no. I will begin. What they today or they so. What make we want them strong so that you go they all go pass. Now though they cancel today. So now I will start with Alaji Brahman first. You there, Alaji, I want to tell you back in the days where people when they come, they no can go up and they return slaves there. When no can go up and they waff there. What they can carry, you know, say they can look the Kotitski na in the landmark. So they can carry, they can't sit down and they can't talk. How they can do it because you know, say they can pray smallly. Then you stay shy, you go continue after that again. You say, but what no. How the crowd, they what tell me they do under that secret, and what the Muslims themselves they will tell you what they do. They will tell the fairness if not for me. On a Leicester Gloucester region. Yes, Alaji Brahma. Or Waterloo.
Well, the family, let God bless Mr. Ronnie for giving that background. Yes. So as we know, the slave people then drop them from England, from Nova Scotia, and from Jamaica. So what may happen is, the one that will be come out England, they just come, they can drop them, they eat them na Freetown, around the cotton tree area. Actually, they not even get place, they just they roam around. Now Granville Sharp, now in go to the chief, what they call Lamina Sanko. He ask him, do you let get a small place where go keep them people here because they're not getting any area. So finally, just like Ronnie said, they end up around that Maroon Church Cotton Tree area. So now they all been sit down. Now, inside that group of people, then they will be come out England camp, then get a whole bunch of Yoruba people then, mixed with the other nation them. We not a free slave. So then in the day, but since they get them background about a Muslim religion or whatever it is, they can't they get at themselves, they pray, but the place not be conducive for them. The other people themselves been defending their own way, they try for do what they get for do because we KRIO people then, we not religious people, right? Two things, like I say, religion and culture. Nine define we all together. So after a while, nine the Yoruba people here, they say, you know what, then let's go find place where we serve go there no more to we serve. Other people are not go there, we go there and bug there, we go there pray and do this and that. So then try nine to go find this place. Na Kanike. I don't know if you all know side Kanike, they don't climb town. Now they then go settle. So they go settle now, they get a common ground, common culture, common inhabitant. They all can talk more or less like the same language. So now they then start. So they started now they expand and come to this place we call the present day Fobe. Now inside the Fobe now, now I'm not going to maybe it's on the radio station. We'll talk about the rest of the slaves that will be left in a cotton tree. So when they can now, then people here now two things they established themselves: prayers and learning the Quran. So the first thing they begin to do, they create what they call a madrasa. That's not the Arabic school. The madrasa that they learn from the beginning. Like where you go in English school, ABCD, where they learn from Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa, Jim. So the same 26 letters within the English, 19 at the Arabic. So they begin learning. So then when they will be known vast Panam, even though they not be slave, then still when they practice then things small. Now they say, well, this now, it look like say we'll go for a cultural way. The next thing, now they raise money now, then build what they call masaji, what they call present day today, mosque or masjid. So the greatest massage now, I mean, in not like how we turn like now. I mean, they mill with stick and pan and whatever it is. But if we provide place for them for learning, all they pray together, they keep comping together. So that massage day, or the mosque, what they call, now they are more or less what they can call the seat of office. Everything what they decide, now they. Maredo, Plabao, Pulnado, everything inside it. So it becomes like a community. So as it begins, they expand, the human themselves involved, themselves begin do things then where the Yoruba people let me do, like how they cook, how the Yoruba people let me cook. They begin small. So now they will take at this point here, where some of the other ones then, they decide to then they go other places then. Some of them move go Aberdeen, some of them move go Fullerton. So we get three areas then where they could settle: Fullerton, Aberdeen, and predominantly Fobe. Now, we then can distinguish them, Akudem, by two ways. Then get the Aku Marabu, don't get the Aku. Now, the Aku Marabu, now the Muslim Akudem. Now, let's get this straight now. The Akudem, some of the other Akudem, They say they practice other things, but the Marabu, and then predominantly they practice Islamic religion. So now they call Marabu. Now, I want to just taste on a small bit. In the early days, some people now they use this Quran with they don't learn this, and for say that they predict what in the future. So if we can count, we're gonna come back now. Where we people like you say, I go to Marabu man.
Yes, Alaji.
Yes.
Not only now they have one for come in for ask the question, because when we talk about the Akum Marabu, like you rightly say, they define una as the Muslim KRIO them, all right? Because the word Aku, we made the Gambia, you get Aku them when a Christian, you get Aku them when a Muslim. So the Marabu, I think, are the way for define una. But because of we culture right now, the way you talk about Marabu, they get a negative effect. So I'm glad the way you touch aside for let you explain what in that Marabu they mean, where today people don't translate into something different. Over to you, sir.
Yes, indeed, and it not been good for Islam, but it was predominantly accepted. So just like you say, the Akudem, the Akum Marabuden, then are Islamic people. The other one is some of them are Christians, some of them they're not even Christian, but they call themselves Aku. Then they settle mostly in the Gambia. Now, what can happen is because they don't learn this Quran is what they call a Furqan. Okay, it's a defined religious literature. We obviously everybody knows was sent by God to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through angel Gabriel or Jibril. So just for giving a background, now the belief of the Quran now make them people here in shift to. So the Quran, we are just giving a small bit. The Quran come down to Muhammad in a period of 23 years. So what they happen is, Angel Gabriel, the guy come meet Muhammad, the prophet, now he cave and recite things into her where God sent to her. The NSF come, they come meet some people then, what they call the Sahaba, that's the Islamic scholars then. Then they write. So the present Quran, what we see in the book, it was actually just formulated and put together, but it came piecemeal over a period of 23 years. And 114 chapters they eventually can make. Now, then people there now, we don't see they don't sabi this Quran now. They feel say now they can use this Quran for predict the future. You understand? And then I'm not going to call them rogue people them, but they may benefit from it. They benefit from it because I could tell you in the street self where I've been there, then with Christian sister and brother, that's when they run camp and they can't see Omori and they can't see me Marabu. And in Gambia, for example, every Muslim man, he get Marabu. And they take it as part of a culture. We go just sit down, they keep complaining because I've been there for a little while. They say, I go see me Marabu. If they go there, like go tell them what will happen to them, what will be to them, what will benefit them, whatever it is. Then the Marabu go get and then they put on the hand, tira, put on the waist, or some anger, big one at the neck. Now, me, I'm not going to say a robe, but it's a little bit extending the Islam, stretching the Islam. Naturally, some people with some verses that in the Quran, if you read them, you pray what in a call tajud, middle night, you wake middle night, not to middle night, 1 or 2 o'clock, when everybody is asleep. You read some of them today. The angels there, who they do tajud, the angels and they come to the lowest level and they listen. So if you tell them what you want and they read them surah, then they go up back and go tell Allah whatever it is. And then a lot of times people like, I don't know, either coincidence or whatever it is, they can get what they want. So they begin believer. So they begin make a like for saying that way of life. Some people then can't live their life without going to their marabu. If you get for born picking self, they go ask the marabu, I go get picking. If you get for go school self, you go to the marabu, say, do you give me something like maybe picking drink and make it go become the brilliant scholar. You know, again, like I said, I know we call and work, but they stretch them. Really and truly, it's not possible. Now that we understand more, it's not permissible in Islam. But till this present day, then they practice them.
All right. Now we only on the small.
Yes.
Let we come to Reverend Eustacia. Let himself can tell we little bit, but the Christian history where the Creole people and all from slavery to maybe inside we will touch on something the way people then they look inside way today people they practice where you say they go see the Reverend for this and that. Similar thing like what you explain about the word marabu way some people use for their own interest. So Reverend Eustacia, over to you. Tell me a little bit about the Christianity, the roots to Christianity where Creole people then grip and show them all on. And today we get the Creole Christian and you get the Creole marabu, what we call the Muslim people. Over to you.
All right, family them. I don't learn little bit myself today. I will tell Alhaji Ibrahim I don't tell you. But one can over to the Christian side now. For now we can rub mostly. So of course we all know the history of the Creole people them, how them come out now Nova Scotia and the Maroons and the Black Pope. So when they be already there in slavery in the plantation, then be already don't begin teach them Christianity. Then they learn Christianity. So when they come with Christianity. So if you see that church where they by cutting tree and where they call the Maroon Church, the first church, that one they where the Christian, where the returnees them, where they establish. Because what you do, now that them in no land. Really, they still we say the slave master them, now them plantation them, they can tell the people them all day, they read our father, all day, then they sing, then Negro spiritual them, for let them go pass the day. Because really the work with them in the work it's ranga. So them be all on to God. So we believe say true now God now make them go through it and go through and pull them with Creole people and can establish them na salon. So then come then Christianity. And they begin establish na the community. Remember I said they move go all na them village. How then they go now so then they establish then church. And if you look because the people that will be come out England, the Black Pauna, Church of England, Anglicanism, now them they practice. You go notice say the first church then will be Anglican church, they will be established as alone, like a St. Charles Church where they up na regent. And if you go now all them village, you go meet Anglican church. Now all them then na Waterloo, then na York, then they women, all them get then church them. Then the CMS, the Church Missionary Society, people then can as alone. Because if you look the first school learning, when they learn book business, now the Church Missionary Society, now they established Sierra Leone Grammar School and the world. Now the Church Missionary Society then begin say, well, let we establish school through the church for educate the people them na Sierra Leone. So Christianity begin take spread. Then later the Methodists then come, the Wesleyan then come, because now you see Salon get and then they say after us we begin see Wesleyan church, we see a Methodist like the Great Boxing Church, Methodist church, then they begin established, but the original church then were established alone now the Anglican church because they been linked to the Church Missionary Society and the Church of England. So that's how Christianity be begin. And if you notice that among the Creole people there, you get the one that with a Methodist, you get the one that with an Anglican, but all they worship the one God, Jesus Christ. And we all can, even those of worship different, we all worship almost similar because we together early communion. That morning, no matter whether na Methodist church today or whether na Anglican church today, early communion are a must. They can do as Sunday, they can do as something Wednesday morning, depending on the church where you did. So now so Christianity begin, and so it don't spread na salon. And I want to say the one a unique thing, but we KRIO, now the fact that we get Christian family there and we get Muslim family. I'm not gonna use the word marabu again because now I don't like, because most of we just say marabu loosely. So we get Christian family there, we get Muslim family there. But the uniqueness is we they celebrate together. Because then we marabu, then we a Muslim family, then we Christmas come, hey, then they with we. And we serve, then we Muslim family, we pray they can we there with them. Now the waiting, now the one thing now they were unique KRIO culture na salon. So now the one we'll talk more, we'll talk about how they celebrate different things. And I just want to tell you, I no more say I be big party for what all the miss up because I've been the drive from Maryland, New York. Some of them no say me auntie dying na so na New Jersey. So now they have been the come. And I will tell you now also how we Christian can do with Christian in them because that's a right.
So how the KRIO family, Reverend Stacia, how really they help the family they now when they prepare we now out for worship, we'll be able for the tell thank you on Sunday. They are terrible down there. How really, yes, that particular system they help the Christianity for help let the KRIO family then develop so that they're able for the worship, especially when they pick Sunday. So
Okay. So Sunday, we know say Sunday first term. If you look Bible, then a Saturday. Nine people and they say Saturday. Nine have been the Sabbath where God make the Sabbath the 7 days. If you count 7 days, 7 are the Sabbath. Even though you get people that will still worship that the Sabbath. But the reason why Christian generally all over the world not they worship that the Sabbath now because Jesus rose on Sunday. Because resurrection day na Sunday on the third day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You go say, hey, if we count, we they count, we count 3 days. But if they count the Jewish way, Friday na the 1, Saturday na the 2, Sunday na the third day where he rose. So that the third day na Jesus rise from the dead. So now that's make we they worship Sunday. And Sunday now the most holy day where we they grow up. Let's tell you this. Me not PK, they can call PK in America na preacher's kid, but me not preacher grand pikin. So na personage me grow up. So Sunday, we granny it cannot cook Saturday for Sunday because fire not a light na Christian or Sunday. You just warm the soup no more na stove. Because the fry soup, it go don't cook Saturday, it don't team up let it say. We not they go and cook business, we not they pleat wood, we not they get water Sunday because Sunday na the Sabbath day and the Bible say we for keep am holy. So Sunday morning, if you can then a street on Sunday morning, you then hear there Christian KRIO pa the host. They cannot put on them Jim Reeves. They cannot begin blast. This world is not my home. I am just up. And all them Jim Reeves, they panic, cannot put their gramophone. Now you will not say Sunday don't kind of free on for true. But you hear all them Christians and they play their music. That's ending out. They all them picking and non grab. First of all, when a Christian also you go off Sunday morning, but every morning. But Sunday morning before I go church, grandma cannot begin call we to prayers. And I know say not some of us one green. But who people they host, all man they come to prayers. We they can at the panel, we sit down, we pray before we go church. All man don't care, we don't pay grandma can we give with and we don't be big little bit so can they go after walking up go after we not go up in the morning for kind of morning prayer. Grandma can begin saying, come to the morning prayer. Then we all go to come pray. Then we don't get we Sunday best. We get one show where with this time Carolina Tina say KRIO, not the way things for go church Sunday. When they dress Western style, we dress with Western clothes. So we cannot dress Western clothes. Like I say, so Sunday, first Sunday, na communion Sunday. First and third Sunday, na free talk, na communion Sunday. So communion Sunday, they get early communion. So sometimes if we get other people for do something get for go birthday party or whatever, we can go early communion. and early communion at 7 o'clock in the morning or 7:30. That day na communion service not to full service. Then full service now they can call am matins. When full service day go take place, we will get communion. We will get of course communion and we preach, but a small preach no more. But the long service where they go do matins and that's telling you. So every second, first and third Sunday, then you get communion Sunday. That communion Sunday, they get early communion, then they get matins. Then we all go to church. When we come out church, and later we go down now, we can't work, we can't eat dinner. But we know they cook, we know they do nothing Sunday. So every church, if you dey work Sunday na streets clear. And the same way they got market stuff not they open. Now one thing on the market so they open, they don't sell markets. They don't if shop they open self, it go open after 12 o'clock. Because they really keep the Sabbath day hold na then tell the maybe they go. And so that's how they worship. Their Methodists, they get a way of singing in worship. They kind of get a way of singing the same worship. All that Anglican with the use the mother. Now we sing. We come the book of common prayer. Then Methodists, they get Methodists in book and Methodist theme of Methodist book of worship. Then they also use when they get them more than sing them, you know, them more gospel kind of sing them. All be the worship, but as Christians, all be the worship the same hour. Church at the same hour, 9 after 9. No matter if na Methodist, so if na Anglican church at the same hour, Ali community at the same hour.
All right.
What are they use Sankey book?
I don't know. I don't know church be they use Sankey, but now they American church them like EUB church, the United Brethren. Now then church they wake up later where the American people and go establish and them they use Sankey. But we a KRIO Anglican are ancient and modern. Them Methodists and Methodists in book.
All right, Reverend, just holiday first. Now before I go over to Alaji Ibrahim, let's tell me how the Muslim KRIO then they prepare for them the way of worship. Like I to Miss Yvette. I don't say they are for the Ayam side. We can't say they but I want for ask them if instead like wherever you say shall be the talk, and instead they recall of where this Christianity prepare them as you know. Would I be like today, or you remember some of them things, and maybe where you say I don't forget something them where them be they do for prepare for Sunday inside KRIOs, watching some of the preparation the way your mommy or your daddy be put inside your way, you go always know saying when Sunday come na so. Over to you, man.
Because me I get church close stay today.
Right.
Over to you,
Okay. Yeah, so we in a village na Waterloo. We Sunday they start Saturday because Saturday now you they do all thing. You go down clean nose, you don't man go back the gun, you don't all thing you go down do that Sunday fry soup go down cook.
I not cut you word. We there for teach people. What's in that man go back the gun? Let people understand.
Okay, man, go back. You know, when I know waiting, I should say una be they grow up, una be no but mansion polish. You get the cardinal polish when at the red one, that red one they take for rub na the cement ground. You the rub and na the cement ground for make it get a fine light maroon color. But long term, we not been get that thing and they not been there. So you know mangrove where they grow na water side. The mangrove plant, the back. Now then go pull them, don't then dry them. Where they not dry and don't then soak them. Where then soak them, it they come out like a dye. It they red so. So now that mangrove water they now in we they take for rub all na the cement ground. When you don't scrub the ground down, you put them and go back the water. If they corner the ground like for say na mansion like for say na cardinal polish. Now you put in the ground. So that one day on a Saturday we been dey do am. After when we don't cook the Saturday soup done the Sunday soup done cook done we don't iron close all things for the week don't iron that gone they all don't clean us all don't clean we don't sweep them we don't change with the blind we don't change all them cushion them because all thing they was Saturday you put them back you dry them you put them back Sunday evening. So now so we been they prepare because Sunday like a way you say no work no they do na Christianos. All waiting with they do na Christianos now for wake na morning you get morning prayer you get you ready you eat you cold fufu because you get for that fufu when we cook Saturday they left for eat cold fufu Sunday when we eat and done we daddy them we uncle them they don't eat done good one when they go church when they then that until done choir stall when they sing you go remember saying a bombarding they can't do. So now
me granny can say that they bellow.
So now so like when you say nothing all they do na KRIO Sunday. When you come to church, you go Sunday school. When Sunday school done, you come home, una eat, una cook. Okay, with the cook rest Sunday. You cook that rest quick one. Warm the soup, now eat with the eat. So now so KRIO na village KRIO now so we been they do, now so we been they live.
All right, we go come to the eat side. We go come to the eat side. Lord, we know what's in and they eat on special days and all that. And they not go over to Alhaji Ibrahima. Alhaji Ibrahima, tell me how Islam, the KRIO people get themselves prepared because tell me about the different prayer them way una can they do and the big one way now like una on Sunday, Friday, when a Juma, how how Islam prepare the Muslim KRIO them for go through them that kind of way when they worship so the picking them the big one then how then they get themselves ready. Over to you, sir.
Yes, indeed. I can just relate to Reverend Stacia. Now we KRIO that we are almost identical in the way we prepare ourselves in the morning. They pray what they call Fajr in the morning. And the most important prayer, you can't left your host, you not pray. Just like Reverend Stacia said that they make them pray. Now, the other thing we say is, when we grow up, like I say again, my full name, Alhaji Ibrahima, my poly. When Christmas comes, the dress we go find with KRIO family. There was no question about that. When prayer they come, what they call Idul Fitri now or Idul Adha, what they get them big prayer. We KRIO family themselves when they can't upskill with me. The thing was so common between we, no if and when but. The only difference is that we go to the mosque, then go to the church. Now, when we wake up in the morning, like we would on carry small, we wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll get for go na pump, then we get plenty public pump there all over the place. I will get for full 1 drum, 44-gallon drum. After that, I go was. Then by that time, we pardon Tima. We all go line up behind them and pray before we get ourselves ready for go school. So now the same thing, just like our Reverend Stacia this season.
So now, go ahead, Alhaji Ibrahima, finish your thought.
Yes. So when we don't pray down, and they wish everybody, say we can just say, God bless you, can say Alhamdulillah, then we go. Now, the other part of it is we on Fridays, it's a prescribed again, come out from God, that He recognized Friday as your holiday. So that's how Friday becomes holy for the Muslim people. They are just as similar to the Christian.
So like a Christmas can cancel, like a way fast month day, so just like waiting they happening right now, where we get the the Lenten season, then we get the Ramadan month,
Correct.
all day together.
Correct. I go candidate just now.
Okay, sir.
So we, unlike we Christian brother then and sisters then, we not begin prepare Saturday for Sunday. It is established that everybody within a household, they close the house, close the shop, and go for Juma prayer. Juma prayer is very, very important. For the week, that is the Imam will give in sermon, we'll call Wasu or Wais. So the Oku word in a Wasu or Wais, in other words, it's a sermon. So that sermon they can incorporate what did not happen during the past week in order for remind yourself and call yourself to the scripture, which will stray away from. And then tell me what's in the direction where the book say, the Quran say. So that's why Friday Juma prayer is important. Friday, like Juma prayer, it's a prayer when usually on that time, now 4 we call raka, they pray 4 times going down. But on that Friday when a Juma, the first 2 raka way to go down is only for the sermon or the wise or the wasu, give advice and talk what happened and tell you how it relates to the Quran. Then you can come home. Mostly you people like mommy and daddy, they don't cook. But any side, especially like the Gambia, if you get shop, whether on a pambody or a food shop, all the lock, nothing not they move. Everybody they go pray. And when you come up pray, you must get something for it. Now, in relation to that also, I know we are for Sarah. So the Sarah then can be plenty things. It can be a 3 day, that is 3 days after a person died, 7 days after a person died, 40 days after a person died, and 1 year after a person died. Now, they don't dispute all them things and they say it's not correct. But for let me get in perspective, just like we, the Christian, say on the 3rd day, somebody they rise. I don't want to go far, also I don't understand. But they believe, say, the body after 3 days, like they rise, which actually is the soul, not the body within a gone, they go where they go answer. And at the same time, on the 7th day, they go to the other section, and the 40th, they go to the other section.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them section, they wouldn't call, I forget the names. I think you are being questioned on what you have done in this world. If you follow the scripture, if you follow what God says, if you've been do good, you've been do bad, you do this and that and that. So you'll be, then they ask you, what's in your religion, what's in your God, what's in your God, and this and that. So that's why they're doing this. When they do them, then they make charity. They go mosque, cook, forgive the people then. So additionally, what happens is if you make anything that you own, the people that they can't support you, you go welcome them in kind by providing food and drinks for them.
So like what you say, so Alhaji Ibrahim say, you go welcome people who come. How they welcome Pikin and last say like newborn Pikin and Pulna, like how they do Pulna do so. How the Muslim, how then they do them? That kind welcome they been at this and at the month of Ramadan. Now we before touch base on that this month.
It's a long discussion we'll get today. So so let's go. So
Alhaji Ibrahim, before you answer only question, I just want to touch small bits first on the way you talk. But for the 3 days, I don't say I don't know if we'll go before each day. But the way you say 3 days passing day, guys. We Bible tell we say when person absent from his body, and away die, is already present with the Lord. Then after resurrection. So now that they will be but that 40 day, what would they celebrate? What would they do 40 days? Because people they can say some people then when they say hey, me on church now when me go, now they celebrate 40 days ancestral worship. That celebration day of 40 days now Bible come out because what to do, they say Jesus now 40 days he walk out on the earth before he ascend. Because remember say 3 days he raised from the dead. That is bodily resurrection. But after a bodily resurrection from the dead, if we read Bible, we will see going at the Emmaus Road, waka. He day in this world for 40 days. On 40 days, the 48th day, he ascended. Because if you read Apostle Creed, will say on the 3rd day he rose and then he ascended. Now that 40 days, now that make, but putting the way people them in the do with the God. Now Bible, but we not be understanding the Bible because we not be the read Bible 10 day. But that 40 day, now based on the fact that Jesus ascended on the 40th day. Now that make 40 days now they celebrate for say, now this day the soul they ascend. So now just it's that's number just that's why even down the inside it. Because Boku people then they say we not they do 40 days again, that's ancestral worship, but not to ancestral worship. Now waiting day in the Bible. So yes, sir.
Yes, it's all related. Now, like I say, I'm not going to go give you definitely how it is, but if whoever is waiting say so, maybe it related to the Muslim side as well, but they're not defined to it. But nowadays, they don't even reject them, just like you say. They say no more 3 days, no more 7 days, no more 40 days. Yeah. And there is a serious discussion inside the Islamic religion with the scholars there, because they say anything what we do, if the prophet not do them, they call them bid'ah. That's innovation into the Quran. The Quran is strict. So usually people that can go when the person and die, they go meet the prophet and the Sahaba and say, let them pray for them. Now the days then, the 3 days, the 7 days and the 40 days, I really don't know. So they don't want to go there anymore. Just like
so Alaji Brahma, we see them beg. End of story. Say 1 year or not again.
Waiting the Quran saying, when you person die, you must continue for the prayer for them continuously. It doesn't have to be defined as a 3 day or a 7 day or a 40 day. You can call somebody, what he says, and get what they call Sadaqah to Jariyah. That's an ongoing charity. Sadaqah to Jariyah. It means if you have a pious son or daughter or whoever, family, they go in the remembrance of the late person. You say, they call people and they want to come pray for me for them. You understand? It doesn't have to be on the 3 day or the 7 day or 40 day. You can call at any time. So that the dispute on they now say they don't want that anymore. But you can call people and for come pray. Then you will provide services for them. When people then die, first thing what they do is when you come, when they die, they go bury them. When they come out of the Bengal and come now, the people that will come, then they give them sweets and drinks. They provide full-scale meal. But as time they go on, they progress, okay, we'll get more and more and more. Now to here now, if you make it that thing, then you don't get sarapan, you don't make a until then.
All right, Alaji Brahma, this it look like say this religious side and the KRIO culture. Nothing we not gonna forget one program. We'll get for set up a program because Bokude we get for talk up on the religious belief na the Muslim side, the Christian side, the name Pekin and all that. We go find another term for the bring this program inside. But okay. I come to the people who they watch them, put question them way we go answer quick inside 1 minute. Then we go over to some of the each them way look familiar way the Muslim KRIO and the Christian KRIO they eat. Somebody put a question say, although I put me name, but I say I put on the screen like Yusuf Siam. He said, question not to me, I send to you, Alaji Brahma now. He said the original KRIOs were Christian. How and when did others get converted to Islam? I don't know if the person in question correct, because I know say Islam we don't did before. But anyways, answer to that for let this person get some clear. Then other question there for Reverend Eustacia Wednesday go answer.
Okay, there is no conversion initially. There's no conversion. Most of the people they learn Islamic religion. When they came and go as slaves, the Church of, I don't know if we call it the Church of England, but they indoctrinate them by taking them into churches to pray. Some of the Yoruba people, that we are people, they refuse. They're not the one for the go there, but they were forced, flogged, and go there. So as soon as they get, they able get chance for able to get at themselves, they see they go get at themselves. But they all be the good church. You understand? They not convert. Then inherently when they take them come out to West Africa, they could take them from Ghana, Nigeria, Gambia, Senegal, and the Gambia. They are already Muslims. But when they go at the Christian domination of England, it's mostly just going to church. And you're not slave, you just go, they just do as they ask you for do. But then still, when they hide in the net, they go read the small book of them, the Islamic book of them, and this the same thing with the Christian. So conversion already. Now, in terms of the conversion where you talk, some people then come now, when they're not there, especially in the modern times, some people then say, okay, no, I go turn Christian. Some people they say I turn Muslim. So that's how they do. But dominantly from the beginning, how they originated, now in them be. The Christian culture of England, now make them be what in them be.
All right, thank you, sir. I'd like over to Reverend Station. You just get one question before we go over to the It's business. Where me much don't begin the catch say for la don't get pen and paper now for right time, don't we? Some It's and way and not about for who. Reverend Station, other question there for you where the person say they put on down there. He say if someone is already from the same person, vital. He say if someone is already present with the Lord after departing the body. All right, if somebody don't after 3 days you don't go to God, how then they ascend after 40 days? This is now over to you.
All right. So I think say you wait here. I say the commemoration of the 40 day now because
that commemoration they cut and broken down for it and they a big
the reason make we do 40 day now because where Jesus, not so we all. Now Jesus, remember I said Jesus at the beginning and our example. Where Jesus rise from the dead. If you read the Bible, even there with his disciples them for 40 days before he ascended. Where he said to his disciple them, I need now for going to all the world and preach the gospel. Now be 40 days. So we just commemorate for the company commemorate. We just remember. After that day, but we Christian, we know they work for 40 days now hard where we don't die. When we don't die, absent from the body, immediately we present with the Lord. Now, so the Bible tell we soul present with the Lord. So, but that 40 day we they celebrate and for commemorate Jesus in 40 day work on there. So not only they work at 40 days, Jesus no more now be work at 40 day after we don't live. Then one monthly bits that first question where they ask. I think say what would the member say? Remember say all the slaves they will come. Now all them people they will settle na free tongue, people that will be don't reach na the new world. Some of them people then they will settle na free tongue. Then KRIO people and they don't reach new world. Now they call it captive. That means to say them you don't load them na slave ship or go na new world. But now I see the history tell we say they capture them ship then now I see they return back to where. So then people then they already be not begin practice Islamism. Before they reach now they don't even reach now the new world. Before they capture them at the IC, when they capture them, when they can now na free tongue, they begin practice that because that's them is sabi. So now that's me. So not a conversion as Alaji say. That already waiting them in on they do. Because if you notice, some of them people have to not ever reach that plantation. Some of them people are not ever working at plantation. Now one thing now they go nobody KRIO. KRIO go say me na Maroon. KRIO go say me na Nova Scotia. KRIO go say me na settler. That's what they call it, the captive. Them me na settler. Because if you look, you get a section, different section people they need. Where because they don't all not come on one side, they come on a different side. Them. So then people that they will be then at the boat for go. That's slave land. We're not rich. Then people that they already we don't begin practice Islamism. So now I don't know what.
Thank you. Yeah, now we go talk about the food business because I know
It's business, Bobo. It's
you
business.
know the
Ronnie,
Ronnie,
they ask one question we are not answered. They allow just go more pan and quick. Say when the person them born picking.
Okay, Alaji.
And
Yes,
I
But
will not do short, yeah.
what you make us say, answer it. I'll keep on for another program because go
Okay.
look at the religious contribution to born picking, married, and burying. So one put on for another program. So now make us say no touch now. Yes,
Okay.
I'll give over to you.
Yeah, so Miss Yvette, you know, say myself forget me pencil now. We are ready for write the recipe down because me must serve together a bit small. And they were all Lily. Nah, so what I want to tell everybody's food business, you know, say Easter.
the eat business, Ronnie, the eat business.
Now that so you know, say Easter they come.
You say food.
It's food.
Yeah, people are like it.
The ayam.
The yam them.
Yeah.
So when they come up for the yam, you know say Good Friday get your food, you eat so they get for make. You get say you get Easter get you eat so you get for cook. So there I want to tell you different each business the other panic business.
All right, Uncle Ronnie. Waiting at the tell una so now waiting me grow up na KRIO host na Okuton Waterloo. And waiting when we dey practice, waiting me grammar teach me, Mami Amba Alongo, waiting he teach me now at the talk about. I know say people them we all KRIO them village KRIO, them Freetown KRIO, we they cook differently, even though the end products are the same, but we get different way where we they cook, how they prepare with food. More so if you look the way where they Akuden they cook, that the almost the same way where the village people that they cook. We in our Waterloo they cook. And the pots that you might remember when they recaptives them, like a way when I don't talk about the captives, the settlers, then most of them are them go settle at that part day, that Waterloo. So when they go, and most of them they get their Yoruba, they get their Ghanaians, them where they all they load, they not load our boats for go where them capture them, they bring them come back to salon. So they all come with their own different way where they cook. But more with the Creoles them now the Okupa way now they will they cook, that's how they cook. And when we they cook, we grandma be they cook long term. The pot where they cook, then call them a sasu pot. A sasu pot na clay pot where them bake that clay they take, now they take now when they use for cook. When you cook na that sasu pot day, that soup it tastes different from how where they cook na them pots and now them more than pots where they take for cook. So that's now one thing where the food in the long term being taste different from how we food them today taste. And where una Reverend Eustacia and Alaji Ibrahim they talk about 3 day and 7 day and 40 day. Make I talk little bit, but 40 days, because 40 days more now we they observe now. Long term, we've been do 3 day and 40 days. But 40 days, like how Reverend Eustacia say, now for 10 tata, so we love one way die. Now that we know say now the 40 day, where then they go back, then they ascend into heaven, the ascension. So for tell them goodbye, we can cook, we get special eats them where we they cook for that 40 days day. The number one, you must get that binge, that abobo. You get for cook that binge day. And when you don't boil the binge done, before you put salt, you put pepper or pamine or anything, you they pull that first binge come out. You put on a one small fine white pamphlet, you put on a table. You go put you 1 cup water on a table, you get you cola. Say that's Now we own tradition that you get your red color, you get your black color, you put on a table. That now the goodbye, it's when they tell the person where die, you they tell them goodbye, yeah, in last it's for go. Plus, with that binge day where they we don't cook, you go also make binge akara, you go fry plantain and petete, you go for serve with that. Now that's long term when you go for and say 40 days. Now that it's the normal 9 them in the give. You must get that binge, you get you binge akara, you get your plantain, you get your petete, you serve them, you give people there for it. You tell the person where die goodbye. That's now the 40 days. But today, we don't, all things don't change. We don't modernize them. But it's all good. As long as you can afford them, you can cook anything where you have for cook. But make sure stay when you say now 40 days for that man you they make, that binge day, that plantain day, that potato day, that binge akara day. That's now number one. Number two, this tomorrow na Palm Sunday for Christians. Palm Sunday na the day where Jesus be ride triumphantly. After that, we get the Holy Week. Then the next a few days, say Monday, Thursday, say Friday, where Jesus Christ been die. That day where Jesus Christ die, most people them Christian hosts, we know they cook beef at all. Now fish and we can fast from that next day till 12 o'clock. That's how we can say we dey go beat Judas. But that Friday day, no Christian also not they cook beef. No beef, now fish no more. Now they cook, we eat, just in respect for honor and Jesus Christ when he died, because in flesh suffer. So we know what for eat beef because it's just reminiscence of Jesus in suffering, where in body be suffer for we. Then Saturday, Sunday now, Easter Sunday, na big day, na Christian host. We wait till we can do like a Saturday, we gonna go buy the beef there in we don't buy the biscuit, first part biscuit, all them fine parts from the cow. We don't buy them, we come, you don't put the beef in oil. That's where you say you put beef in oil, you put the beef, you burn the oil, you don't season your beef also a lot and salt now they take for now we no more for take for cook soup way in them. You sprinkle the really salt, you put on a pot with the oil, you put water there, it boil. Where it boil, say it dry, it soft, they fry inside that oil there. You fry and say you brown, and you fry and brown one. Where you don't fry and done, you don't make your pepper and yabas, you don't slice your yabas and any after where you get, you add and day. You add and then you put your tomatoes, you cover them, you draw the fire a little bit, they make the fire one pan more, it's a hot pan and then no burn. You take them, cook that soup, they fine. Then the jollof rice, we can wait till Sunday morning, where we don't come out church, we don't go and gladdy for Jesus, when Jesus don't rise, we can now, we can cook that jollof rice day. We they cook we on jollof rice. When we cook that stew day, we dey pull some panda gravy they come out. We part the soup into two. You left half where you go take for serve the jollof rice, the other half, where the rest of they cook half and half, you turn that gravy day, now the jollof rice, you add your tomatoes, you cook them, you put your lily salt, if you get your lily thyme, you put thyme, you put your bay leaf, you cover them, let it steam fine. When it don't steam fine, then it don't serve, you don't try the one, you don't try the rest, you say you not get seed. When now you that you don't cook your jollof rice done. So thinking day, when a special day, we can buy what we call a Irish potato. You go fry that Irish potato day for mix them with you fry soup. You cook the soup where you don't cook and tight one, the Irish potato day. Well, nobody likes scrubby. Sunday now, na big day. If you can afford, you get your little salad where you go take for serve with your jollof rice. So now so we they celebrate Good Friday, and now so we they celebrate Easter Sunday. So and that's so we they honor we dead them when we make that 40-day day. So if you get any question for ask me on that side,
I want rub what little bit. I want rub what little bit. But that Holy Week. Me granny no cook per mine Holy Week. For what Lily at the gap, no cook per mine, no cook beef. The one whole Holy Week. Now fish no more with the eat. As Miss Yvette say, in reminiscence of the body of Christ, we know they eat beef. We know they eat beef Good Friday, either on a bench, then they cook, or they cook fried soup with fish. Beef no day. Then that the awujo, that 40-day eat. That's what I see now, 40-day eats, then they will all kind thing candy. But if itself where them not begin put bitters and cream, now they them in tapa. They go cook the beans, they go cook bitters and cream. They not go put but now, they bring potato leaf, bring cassava leaf, all kind thing, but that they not to awujo. If KRIO awujo, if you cook plaza self, it go tap and the cream and the bitters and the jollof rice and the thing. Then when they go make a elaborate, but as Miss Yvette said at the bench. Nine awujo eats. Now we call daima eats. Nine normal with the key.
Lord have
And
mercy.
that is talk at the aku people them. Me no see nobody cook like a aku people them. Now I call obiata.
So
When
Yes, yeah.
you cook that obiata too, it's like a fry. It's like
I
my
know,
fry.
I know, right?
Well,
Not just love much banana, small bits. I see you more than what already.
I'm talking about the water.
Look
like the beach sucking get salt, so.
No, the one they give the diamond, not they get salt. That one when Miss Yvette say you the pull. Where you don't boil, you pull and force before you put all the tomatoes and what they call inside. Alaji Ibrahim, I want to talk about that obiata.
Yes. But
yes, Alaji, go ahead. Alaji, go ahead.
Before I talk about now the Yole way, that's what they call a Yole way event stock, where they can go put a small beach. Now we know they go put an account, but
yes, Alaji, just all you because somebody put that question they were one for ask. The person, same person say, what do KRIO? Why do KRIOs? He say, why do KRIO put Nyole in a hole? Is it Christian or traditional or Islam? Like me, they put and I've got the person fail for put and the over to you, sir. Go ahead.
Well, for we not the
Well,
I know say the Christian does. And
yeah.
you know, I respect them for that. I don't know why, but I respect them for that. That's I don't know if not tradition, but I respect them.
So la answer Alaji before you go with that question because na tradition, not Christian.
Right.
What in the tradition now? Tradition or not a Bible? What do we believe say? There people them I mean the way there people the way person die, we can say they go na true wall because you know it just like how Alaji say them people they be mix the Marabu with the Muslim. That's how they mix the Christian with the tradition. We believe say people then die. Like when the Bible said that they're in the presence of God. So like he said that they're not true wall. So that nyole when they kid nyole, now for talk to them. If you watch self like you put water, then they talk to them and they say we got like say una they not true wall. If una they not true wall, una they see. What do we know they see? So that make like he say, we not eat to forget to now because we believe the spirits they're still there. So we know it will forget to now look on you. We know drink will forget to now look on you. So no, it's not Christian, it's just tradition. What we believe say the ancestral spirits that they around me.
Reverend Eustacia, somebody go say why they not put on a plate because someday when they dig ground they put on the why they go put on a ground.
Well, because I've grown, we bury them. Go bury them. We dig and I've grown.
All right. Okay. Okay, Alaji, over to you, Alaji.
Yes. One thing where I get for your family, every station say, when we get awujo, they go cook jollof rice, so they can put in a sarapa. They also can cook bitters and crinkle. That's it. Any other kind permitting they like what they do now, they make cassava leaf, potato leaf, when that is not the tradition of awujo to be. If you go awujo, the first thing you look for now for your sarapa, that's sarapa.
he gets that jollof rice. Well, like how Yvette say, they cannot take 10 cook and go, don't they take the when and they make the fried soup away and then put up butter. I can remember me daddy when he gets then Sarah Pan jollof rice in our house. Even if my mother don't cook good one, before so they ask go Sarah Pan. I don't know what it is. I will tell you something. It gets a peculiar smell with different from even if you cook an house. Only one they would don't do with we don't you understand. Anything they cook jollof rice now, Joe, it smell different. You want for it. I don't know what it is.
And it's smoke.
So I don't know if that is smoke.
On an old bit of this, somebody said it's smoke. You know, say that a big pots they cook up. They say when they can cook, they sweat on it. Well, anyway, it gets a smell where you can't resist. And like you say again, we just crinkle or obiata. That's it. Now, that crinkle, the way they talk so, at 2 stage. If you come and cook crinkle, Allah Akbar, so, first of all, then they take time, before the crinkle. Then they strip the crinkle leaf, then pull the lily stem with the inside the leaf, come out. Then they lay for some time. And then go to the other side and cook the alakpa. Then cook the alakpa there with pamai. Creature the inside, so creature. So what are they happy? Whenever I eat them, as soon as you dock here, you must be creature. That creature, the chicken or they will get this. I mean, nowadays they see that they do all like that. But chicken, beef,
dry fish,
beef and dry fish. That's it. They don't cook them. They left down there overnight. The next day now, when they pull that crinkle, and put on a fire, then put the water, and the thing they can put there, lubi or whatever it is, you know, I'm not to cook, but I'm not saying I can watch mommy wake the door. Then you go see where they pull and see how that crinkle they draw. You go almost one.
Next pack.
you don't give me one weight surf again, but you go get for weight. A lie when they put the fufu, they put that crinkle up there today. Yeah. I'm not care who you be. I don't care who you be. You must
Miss Yvette, I see you there. You want for come inside because as in the experience, so you just say imagine saying are you the cooker. So what you want for say?
Well, that obiata day where Alaji they talk about. Like when you say we go get another special day for talk about how would they cook them.
Exactly.
Because that different, how would they cook them? Like I say now, like how they Oku and the cooker, because we all are the same people. And when they in captives, them in camp, like when they say the Yoruba them son have been Christian, son have been Muslim. So now the same people them, now the same way we all they cook. 30 days. How would they cook na we village na Watalo? Na so then they cook na Frobe. The same menu. How they will they use that so. But that could be a different day. But today, waiting I want for talk about simple. How would they cook sawa? So I don't know if we go get them for make a just put a talk little bit about that. How we in a village they cook sawa soup. So that we're not gonna left in Theo and Ronnie, we're not gonna left you in a dry one soup. When we go, how we don't talk them, now so and we'll cook them for you. We're go enjoy this week where they come.
They go lick motma.
Just walk away quick. How we go?
All right.
You cook sawa. So at least because we don't talk and say we get forget them where you go can't sit down. You go there inside your kitchen and they show where they cook them soup they are. And because I get pen, I give you little time let you show where they cook this sawa. So you know as I come out now. Also, I go pick sawa. Well, anyway, go ahead.
I go send for you. Just email.
Yes, go ahead, Miss Yvette.
All right, sawa. You know say When it don't strong, then he left am after they don't pick am when they left away it's wrong. Now it can be that shakpa, that flour where it can be now they call shakpa. So yes, how you dey cook the sour now the same way you dey cook the shakpa. But also when you say you dey cook alakpa in different little bits. Because you know they use too much plasas per alakpa when you cook sour alakpa. So now the difference starts with alakpa and when you cook the full sour. When you go down buy you sour, you don't wash them because you know the sour leaf is broad. So you can just junk and one or two. Not you know they cut they cut potato leaf. Just one or two normal you cut them. You wash them when you don't wash them down, you boil water, then you turn the water and the sour. Where now you can change that color, you scald them. When you don't scald and down, you strain that water they come up and the sour. Then you put fresh water they. But if you don't want for it taste the sour, because we in a village we like for taste the sour. When you cook sour, we'll let you know say that sour you they eat. You can put you not can add water panam again. But that sour water they instead na good drink you can go you strain them. If na sugar you want put there, you put sugar there, you put in a fridge. Now very good drink, very good for the body. So the plasas na one, the water self na other thing we very good. Just like when ginger you the way name with ginger beer, when you drink ginger beer, and so you go the drink them. When you don't make you plasas done, you don't get you beef, you don't get you cow belly, you get you cuckoo, you get you cross liver. You don't clean all thing, you don't wash and fine, you don't cut them, you don't boil them, you boil them half and half. You put small salt where they boil them, not so plenty salt too. When you don't boil and done, then you add your ogiri, fine ogiri, you grain your ogiri fine, you blend them fine. You add your ogiri, you pepper and you yabas. When you don't add that one day done, you put it then at the fire now. Not too much high fire or medium fire now you cook them because you know we they cook it, you know to make we eat like in sweet because we they take 10 cook them. We they cook her with love, we they cook her with patience.
Yes,
when you cook and that way when you look at the pot, just go pot. You know say it they take 10 cook, it they take where you don't cook and done. When you don't put that ogiri, pepper and your birthday, you they cook them. Then you know say egusi na two kind way when they cook egusi. You get the egusi where then you don't patch, then beat and fine one and sift them. Then you can also do the egusi where you wash them, you grain them, you grain and take fine kunyo. Don't kunyo one day, you they add them at the pot. When you don't add them, it they boil. Then you put the permine. You know, since sour now wants plenty permine on a little bit permine. Now you they put sour because if you put too much permine, that's why it go down float pan top and it not can make it taste fine. And it not go good self for we cholesterol. So now small permine you they add the sour na the pot. When you don't add all that one day done, then you get your fish, you find fish, dry fish. The best fish way for take cook sour, now dry catfish. If you get fine dry catfish, you pick them, you don't pick them fine, you wash them, you put them at the pot. It gets a distinct taste, flavor where it can give. That's sour day. But if you not get you not get that kind of fish day, you can use other fish. Sometimes in there, if now the alakpa you dey cook alakpa fine, you put dry fish. You get fine fresh fish. Long term Spanish now we they use Spanish na Chinese in big one. Now they call Spanish. Like a way kuta is small one na kini na so in Spanish a small one na Chinese. But now the Spanish will be the use. You cut them fine. You don't sprinkle little bit salt. When the soup done, the water all done low at the pot now. The egusi don't pot the pot. You just lay the you lay the raw fish dip on top. You left and there for like a 15-20 minutes. let it simmer, it cook inside fine. Now your alakpa now you don't cook so. The alakpa you can put permanent pan the alakpa, but the amount of sawa where you put like a 1 hand sawa no more. Now you go put na the pot for the alakpa. But if na the full sawa soup you dey cook, you dey put more sawa dey. If na 2-3 hand sawa where you don't want some, you don't steam am all thing, you lay am at the pot now. Where you don't put the fish there, you lay am pan top, you cover am now. When are you that too? You sawa done ready. You taste them. If you get salt, you dey cook them salt to taste. Because now you know say high blood pressure, you know they cook too much salt, you know they put too much seasoning there. So you just cook out, you add your salt to taste. You don't cook your fufu. Now in that to today Saturday. Me don't eat me fufu and sawa before we come. We start this program.
Me get to now me can go eat too.
Well, Ronnie,
All right, so I go spear we and two. I don't say we dey fast.
yes.
No, I can't stimulate with senses. But I still get another 64 hours, 5 hours to go.
Well, Ronnie, indeed, you are me, Sylvester, tell you say. Now the exact way that they for cooker, you be the argue me. You say for put the permanent.
I want to know that you go sweet. I want to know that you go sweet when they go cook
sawa. You know, in fact, when we cook sawa, we don't tell. The name is transform from sawa to sweetie. You know. Okay. Yes, as we try for round up.
That is suspect. Oh, that is suspect.
As we try for round up, Alaji Boema, waiting as soon as they inside the whole month of Ramadan, waiting as somebody eats them where una can take for waiting at the sokoli, waiting make them get that name sokoli. And second, waiting at the eat them where una can eat that same day, and when una the cut fast, waiting at una can eat anything. Over to we just get small little bit of let we see if yes we able to understand say for each this or not for each this. Over to you, sir.
Yes. When you fast, before you fast, I'll just bring you back. The night before, say we mostly pray 5 times a day, which is normal. They call it fard prayer. It's compulsory. You have to pray that. Now, the night's prayer, we then call it Ishai. After the Ishai now, in order for you to proclaim that you want to fast the next day, we pray what we then call a Tarawih prayer. That Tarawih prayer can be like 20 rakat. It's long, extensive. Sometimes I don't come here until after 12 or whatever it is. It's all part of the Ramadan, that's a fast that you have to pray so many times, because then they say all the malaika, who they call angels, they are around now. Then they look for any goodness you can do for take benefit you. So you pray that prayer. Now, the Sokoli is called Suhu. Now the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, first they would be the fast, then the fast for morning. Now remember now in the deserts of Makkah, the fasting they take like almost 18 hours, because sunrise to sunset is very very long. So the people them in the some of the by the time which for fast, they can also weaken in the way. So now they prescribe that thing they call suhu. Now we can call it sokoli. So you can eat anything as long as it's 30 minutes or so before you start the fast. The fast starts when you do that morning prayer. So before that, say like an hour or 2, you can grab and eat anything. Now, when we grab up, you can make sure say we eat rice and soup so that it will fill you up. So nowadays, anything that will fill you up will last you for the rest of the day. In fact, one my brother Ashimi Jibril just sent me something, some kind of oatmeal, where he say if you put, I think it's an organic oatmeal, if you put some small nuts into it, it will sustain you more. So what are the thing is that so-called enough for let it sustain you throughout the day until you're ready for break you fast. Now, another thing is during that so-called day, then they encourage you to drink a lot of water, because you lose water during the daytime. So basically, you can eat anything you want. Like me this morning, now plantain and chicken I eat, then I drink water. So basically, Back home, I go tell you, long time ago, with parents, they always cook. And they cook specially for that. You know, as soon as when they go pray, then they left now, they cook. So when we come and get some money now, and it's so holy, we get it. But now, we're not getting no specific food. If you eat anything you want, as long as you eat 30 minutes before you start the fast.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for because Mr. Seth, you know, now that I may be worried because we are maybe the first two, you know, I can remember say what for the break quit, you know, but now we don't talk now, we not get nothing. So I know say all tea I got the mix. Over to you, honey.
No, not all tea.
So DJ Million, before you go over to one, let I just say something quick regarding fasting.
Okay.
Because I know say with the Muslim people, then like you always say fast month. But we not popularize. You know, Christian and it say na Good Friday no more Christian in the fast. But the example now for 40 days, Jesus fast na the wilderness. And then at the example. So some church them, I mean, you know, like we on church, so we they observe that 40-day fasting from sun up to sundown. So from sun up to sundown with a fast. So people like can do dry fast. Dry fast, you know, they eat nothing. So people like can do water fast. When a water no more than they drink from sun up to sundown. So it depends. I mean, not like the Muslim the way they go say this is a fast month. But really, we self they do the same thing. You know, with a fast for commemorate Jesus in 40 days fast. When no more Christian they fast, will not they fast Sunday because Sunday na feast day. So they can fast. We not get any special cut fast moment. So what you go regularly eat, but you know, like most people like when that sun up to sundown, when next can now, you know, say all this indigestion, because they okay eat boku, so they can just eat small number for sustain for the next sun up to sunrise. But Sunday na feast day. Sunday you can eat anything you want because of course nothing like resurrection day. Sunday na resurrection, they celebrate resurrection every Sunday, so you can eat anything. But most Christians all over the world they observe that 40 days of fasting. Well, na 40 days, na 44 days, because if you count the Sunday inside, but if you pull the Sunday, then fast for exactly 40 days for commemorate Jesus in resurrection.
Yes, thank you, Reverend. But I come back to you. But before I come to you, I just want tell Alaji Ibrahim, I say, well, at least now they move for no say. Because I want me party, all tell who they grow up, I mean they fast, but now how they buy cocoa bad. But I find out now, say, Christian by cocoa already. That's so Reverend. So Reverend, yeah. Before you answer this, I want to tell you, wait till make Christian they take communion. Then you go give me your last word.
All right. So communion, before I say communion, you know, church, like you say ordinance. Like you say the church, they get ordinance. Ordinance are like an order or prescribed order. Some church them, if you go to the Catholic, they will say, we get boku ordinance. But if you read Bible, the only ordinance where the Christian get are two. One, evangelism. Because when Jesus raised from the dead, he said to his disciples, them go into all the world and preach the gospel. Now the first order that they will give them. For let them go and preach the gospel. So now the first order that they will Christian and get. You know where Muslim and get 5 pillars. Now the number 1 pillar of Christianity, evangelism. If you're not Christian, you must tell somebody about God. If you not tell somebody for God, then you not do what God call you for do. Go into all the world and preach the gospel. The second ordinance, this happened that Thursday before that Friday when they crucified Jesus. The scripture always say Jesus been there with his disciples. Then he do the feast of the Passover. So every year, all Jewish men go come to Jerusalem for can celebrate the feast of the Passover. So this day, so now Jesus tell them, say, una go na one man in host, he get upper room. He said, now there I want for una go prepare this last feast of the Passover. But there not be no say that in last physical feast of the Passover. So inside that Passover day, where Jesus can dey, if you sabi anything but Judaism, the Jewish table where Jewish they make the Jewish holiday, the table, then get one thing where they call showbread. Now the big ground unleavened bread. Because wait a minute, and so we'll go talk this back because I know I will just say me give you a brief version. When them in common the when them in common Egypt, Jesus said, "Una make bread, una not take yeast make and because una not get time for let the yeast right." Now they call unleavened bread, like that communion wafer, because they know they put yeast pan and so you know they rise. Because they not chance. He said, "Una make unleavened bread, una take a quick one because this net and they can't pass over. What Passover? All the Israelites them picking them outside the blood not of the lamb, nor they all them people then they are go kill them." All the Egyptian. So the Israelites then puts the blood na then the mouth. When the death angel come, he pass over, he save them. Then as the death angel pass, I tell them, so una gather, all una see them. Una bread this unleavened bread, una gather and una go. Well, then say tradition, say them get the one unleavened bread, where they keep na the synagogue. So if you go to the synagogue table, like how they look on you get this unleavened bread. So anytime when Jewish they get that Passover feast, where they lay that table, then they put that unleavened bread there, where they call it showbread. That bread day, nobody know they touch and pass the Messiah. So every time they go eat all the Passover feast, where they don't make over there, they go eat. But this particular net, where they don't lay the Passover feast, they don't put the showbread. Now that showbread, then Jesus take. When you take that showbread, then I broke them because that bread they be reserved for the Messiah. So they all they wonder. Now I tell them say that he revealed to them say me na the Messiah. He said this na my body is symbolize the body because they can't broke them because remember say the Messiah now you can for save Israel from their sin. So he broke that showbread day. Now I take all in disciples because they're not for eat them because they don't eat the bread. Because if you read the Bible, it say after supper. So they don't eat what's again for it. Now after supper, now I take the bread. Whose bread? The showbread. We're not enough for cut past the Messiah. Now I broke and I give them. Now I say I want for now eat this because this now my body. In a talk now, say in a few hours they can go to the cross where they can work for you. Then they take the wine where they near the showbread where nobody because they don't eat, they don't drink none. Now I take the wine. Now I say this symbolize me blood. So I establish the second ordinance. Now I say I want to do this as often as una able for do for member the sacrifice what they can make for una. So now that's now they communion come out. So the communion now a symbol. All church get different. Like the Catholics say they call something called translation. You know, remember it's like what say you then your own Catholics say the blood, the wafer and the wine they become the blood and body of Jesus. We on church, the Protestant church say that a symbol. So if you go to communion, say this is a symbol of his body that was broken for you and a symbol of his blood that was shed. So now that day, now that upper room, they monitors the way we Christian they call monitors the day before. Now Jesus established the covenant of the Holy Communion, the ordinance. He gave the church the order. He said, do this as often as you can. Remembrance of church because of time. They make it Sunday, but really Christian for do every day. If not communion, you take it every day because when you take them, you they remember, you they renew your covenant. Say God, I remember, say you broke your body for me and you shed your blood for me. So now that's not communion. Now that and they communion. Then the establishment of communion. What will they do?
All right. So what's in your last word to the KRIO family them where they watch you before we go to Alaji?
Well, family them are glad they wanna listen to me. If you not get any question, do you wanna ask million? He go for answer for now, or if not also, he go pass on to we go answer for now. Let we keep the fire burning. KRIO, we are unique people them. Let we not left this culture, let it go. Whether not the traditional, whether not the religional, let we own them because now they left we. And the reason we make one for the talk them here, so follow we picking and go no. Because KRIO say, if you don't sabusa they go, let you sabusa you come out. So this now for help we for no, usai we come out. I tell you now all thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Alaji Boema, you self take this time now
Yes,
for
yes,
telling
yes.
me,
First of all, I want to
tell me a little bit about Ramadan. Which must say the significance of the Ramadan. Then you give me your last word.
okay. So Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. It's like January to December. We get Muharram to Hajj. So the 9th month, Naina Ramadan. Now the significance of Ramadan is the day where Allah revealed the Quran. He say, Shahru Ramadan in Zilatu Quran al-Adain Amin al-Kuda wal Furqan. He say, I've completed your guidance for you, and this is the day I've delivered it for mankind. So the Furqan is a guidance. So on that night where it drop, they call that night the Laylatul Qadr. And now only that month is the night, the most religious month. And because of that, the Prophet Muhammad said, we for fast the whole of that month. And if you fast that Monday, there's 3 sections to it. The first 10 days, like we don't do so. And the first one, what do you say, of mercy. That means to say you forget mercy for everybody, whether Christian, Muslim, or anybody. You forget mercy. The second one, the forgiveness. Regardless of what may not happen between you, family, anybody, forgive them. So that forgiveness, they Allah they increase you blessing. And the third part, when the last 10 days, excuse me. Now the one way they say they take evil, shaitan, Satan away from you. That prayer day for that last 10 days, they take Satan away from you. So by the time that 30 days they done, you are a clean individual with God don't make whole again. So now, if you don't do that, you don't fast, you don't pray, you don't give alms, charity, you don't be kind, you don't show mercy, you don't say, I don't want Satan on my body. So why are we going back to what you don't use for do? So like you say, it's a way for what you call rejuvenate yourself. So Ramadan is very, very important. As a matter of fact, like I say again, it's actually a month, but really the Muslim religion, like 5 pillars today. The first pillar is declaration. It's Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. It says, I believe that there is no other God but God. And I also believe that Muhammad is the messenger and slave of God. So if you're not able, if you're not attest to that, forget it. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to be a Muslim. Of course, the second one are the prayer, they pray 5 times a day. And then the third one are forgive charity. Every single time, you don't have to wait until fast month. Do good and do kindness to anybody. If you give, the prophet say, if you see somebody they come, you see stone in a road, wait sometimes you must go for them. If you pull that stone there, it's an act of kindness. Before you will get benefit from it. Then of course you get the Ramadan. Then finally you get the Hajj where everybody to go Makkah. So now the 5 pillars of Islam. And Ramadan is the most important month in all the 12 months. Then.
So thank you.
So finally, I just round up what I go say.
Okay,
I want to tell DJ Million and Ronnie when I play. Thank you. Let God bless you now for this initiative or whatever it is, because I not only be part of the panel, but also learn a lot of things as well. So we continue to do that. We audience there, if they get any question in advance, they can send them to now, so that we can address them when we come to another one. If I'm there for another time. So let God bless you now. Let God bless we all, and let God make this Ramadan where we will dip and so share with we all. The blessing we all get, we all share as brothers and sisters. Because the Quran says, every man is a brother to every man. Every woman is a sister to another sister, regardless of the domination of religion. God bless you all.
Amen. So I will go to Auntie-Vet. Auntie-Vet, I want to tell you your last word, and also make you tell me how una don dey prepare for this 5 year and wetin we to expect for una 5 year celebration.
All right, Uncle Ronnie, thank you very much. DJ Million, thank you very much for this program. Yeah, so it's actually it's so educative, it's so educational. You know, we waiting at the panel today. We learn from each other, and they want them where they watch we today, where they listen to we. I sure say themselves they learn plenty things where they not be know about. Now the Creole religion and the Aku Mohammedan religion, and we where would they cook? Like I say, all man can cook, but cook past cook. So from time to time, we will they come na this program for show una how for cook the correct way. Where you go, where you eat and when you cook and so you eat them, it go be nourishing to the body. You self go no say na good I am now you eat. For the 5 year for KDU Florida, God bless all we donors them, all we patrons they way over the years, then contribute, then come, then do all things for promote KDU Florida. Say where they like a today, yesterday, when we start with a 5 year, and we tell God thank you for that. Not by we own will, not by God in will, because so we go through so many vicissitudes, you know. But God, like you say, God na Karim, alai Uncle Alaji, God na Karim.
God
When
Nakarim is the ultimate.
yes, yes. When God is with you, nobody no go stand against you. Nobody
Nobody.
no go pull you. Let them do
Nobody.
anything for pull, for bring Dombolo come. God gets a way he can circumvent things, where he can make it come out the way he wants it for be. So now, so I tell God thank you to the way they are for KDU Florida, because God they inside KDU Florida. And when we they come for celebrate this 5 year, yeah, so we they invite all man, not so we no more get this joy, una all the way from the start, you know, where they with we. Where to say with the 5 year, so with the teen up 5 year, we they invite una all from near and far. We ask una le una can join with December 1, December 2, and December 3 in Jacksonville, yes, so na Florida. We go there live. We get plenty thing when they plan, oh, but for just water on a much no more lily bits. Lily bits no more. And to una self no say, me na Watalo girl, Watalo Okuton girl. And one thing the way Watalo where we good for. And I promise una say, I not go tell una wait till una get for can find out. When una come, una go see. By God in power. So we they look for now, we go they put out the information small. But una not forget this date. Una save the date. Una mark them. Anything we una they plan for, do una do them after December 4. There we big. Una come can celebrate with we. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And
All right, thank you, Miss Yvette. Ronnie, before you say your last word, I just want for we viewer and know say una whether on YouTube and Facebook. No afraid for the put your comments because we want for the call and name them. Let una self no left say we know the sooner. Some of the people in name will put comments what they see. I will tell and thank you like Yvette Cocker, Julian Davis, S. Roland Roberts, we second Edman, Kani F. Sakor, Arashike. You get Queen S, or I don't call Queen Esther. You get we Atina the presidents now, KDU Edmonton, Ivan E. Jackson. And we get Valentina, we don't ask plenty questions. We get Manoret Conte, Kadiatu Mansae, Madina to Esther Kuruma. These are them forbid them way. You don't mix small. And we get Julian Davis, and we get more people that we get one way say Josephine and Otto Jones. They say thank you for we invite we. We're glad if say we picking them and we picking them don't get platform or start they done but or they participate for no but in a way don't happen inside the culture way. Then go don't forget. So then tell you thank you for we invite them. Gloria Cole say plenty thank you to Una for this plenty information we don't get. We know so plenty people and they watch, but some people would say support for the puts them comment for they read them. So Oni, what thing are you last word before you say your last word? Don't forget for member people and but them glad that they come now. What they over to you, Temple. We're not
Yes.
power.
It clear. I mean, if I go out for join you and tell people and Boku thank you, then Gloria Cole, then Pennsylvania Hope, where the all right side, they all put them comments in the Victoria Williams, Marie Sunkari, they all some of them then on Facebook, then they on YouTube. So when I continue for sending a message them, they recognize now sooner, and also Esther Magao. They all send comments and also take on the support and want to continue for the be part of this program. Well, some of the ladidade where they look forward. So we get Ohio, KRIO Ohio, then get a third anniversary. It will be July 29 and July 30. So now they will get the ladidade they come, we're all for ready for. Then don't forget Texas Dana Road. And as we come out Texas, so September 1, September 2, September 3rd, we rest. As we rest to pick up, so September 30th, KRIO New England, we then live and direct, so we'll get we dinner and dance the 30th, then the 1st of October, we get Thanksgiving service. We'll get good people who can tell you now more God word them. Who can join we. It will be interfaith service, so we'll get we mama there and say go there, they go can give the only there nothing, they'll get the reverend. And this year they plan for use we reverend. So una not go miss nothing. So there, una just ready and una mark una calendar then down, una go no say una go let there for come. Then also me pambule. Do you were there now the other group them. Then KRIO group them where will not get you information, but you they watch, or your cousin they watch, or your auntie they watch, or your sister they watch. They are not for send the information and they can be followed with talk water. Bring and come, we go up much panam. Bad bush for throw bad picking. Bring the program come, we go up much panam, we go must make it happen. So I want for tell you not take on they support you on they follow this Yad Rod and the Yad Rod they let it bend to the pasty.
They each.
Let it bend to the pasty. And when I don't say Yad Rod they pass too much, because the Yad Rod they pass they become fumble to the post. Now the thing handy. So this Yad Rod is so they follow footstep. That's all we come fumble. So till next week I tell you Tata.
Okay.
All right, thank you to you, Oni. But your business, small kishi must be inside it. They play kishi. It don't win. Not forget to May 19, 2021. KRIO.
I said, DJ Mini, I wait for me ticket for Canada.
No problem. I send Uber for you. So
Uber.
So they are in 19, the 21 of May. Don't ready for now. I remember saying for Bikaya in 2020, but COVID been come and say, make Rikishi Paris. And
they look good.
Not itself gets the own really something where they go for how they did party. Next week, I will put all teams together. So I'll just the player will not go for the chalk bottom. So not forget Northeast at the East Edmonton itself, they try to do something inside July. And then North Carolina self the car with the own. So next week I will bring one all. I'd always a problem now. So family want to tell plenty thank you. KRIO New England, thank you. Susanne Domingo, una all plenty thank you. We una take part today. Then why would they watch you not put name? I know say additional they watch today because in then KRIO like winner. You go then winner they watch. We don't put on plenty thank you. So next week we pass inside the Yad Rod and we go na that mommy in yard when like for pool story. We go bring somebody who can tell pool story for we. And we go bring people and where they inside this book learning business for can tell we waiting na the role where KRIO people then play inside book learning business. We continue no say when we get them KRIO priest Lord have mercy, discipline. We can look inside that contribution way KRIO people put pan learning business. So family one for tell we get them plenty. Thank you. Reverend station one for say us for bearing from the Yad Rod. So you family.
Thank you.
And also Alaji and Brahma, thank you for welcome at the candidate maybe you put fast. And then Miss Yvette.
It is for you.
Because that's me. I will tell you plenty, thank you for when you take me to for coming and student today and tell what it's business. I don't write and don't so no worry. Now me in December. So now the word me now when I also before the million, we want for tell now plenty thank you. Not so we the pass through the Yad Rod for go next week inside commercial during Yad. Thank you.